obviously, as mentioned previously. And off we go. Infernal Shrines. Who's going to take it? Let's see. Let's see what the draft brings us.
We're into the draft. Infernal Shrines is the map, as Caldor has said. Let's get this underway here. With Infernal Shrines on board, Medivh will be the first ban out. Some research has been done.
Yeah. Bye, Marcus Medivh here. Svamgrota, obviously, on the other side. This is the only team where we could see, in theory, a Murky. So there's always that. I'm not quite sure of that necessarily on the map here. But yeah, Svamgrota, the only player, pretty much, that still plays a pretty mean Murky and had his hero banned multiple times in various tournaments, actually. So yeah, his hero pool is wild, to say the least.
Completely agree. It's very hard to deal with a player who has so many options there, but the Medivh is one that's always a wild card when you have it, and this is all the way back to HGC. If you have a Medivh player, it gets banned. That is usually the way, because it is that wild card that can turn games and turn fights. But if you're unsuccessful with it, it can be a bit of a detriment. So it's very much, if you have a good one, it gets banned. If not, sometimes it gets let through, as we see Sylvanas removed here. First pick now.
Greymane.
What are we going to see?
Greymane.
Oh, I can see it. I can see it. That's a good choice.
He has a bit more than that. They got
Ooh.
Rhaegar, first of all. If they get Greymane together with that, he would probably be happy too. But yeah, there's the immediate picks on the other side. So Beastie setup, ETC and Rexa. All right, it's burger time.
Having a very animalistic start to the draft of dog, a cow, and a bear coming in as our first pickups. Oh my. But now Greymane, like you said, has made its way through, so we could see that picked up very quickly for Quacknix, and of course, great for the Bloodless composition.
Shocking.
And there it is, with a Junkrat for some extra AoE to go with it. It's almost like you called it.
It's like, I'm totally caught off guard here. It's like it's an incredible surprise. I did not see this one coming. Greymane for Quacknix with Rhaegar together. Tetra, what is happening here?
I don't know, dude. I don't have any jokes. All I got is photographs of dogs. I've got nothing prepared.
Honestly, we could even see with the setup now, Tyrael. I'm a little bit surprised that was not even addressed in any way. I could have seen that banned out. I mean, there's a little bit more, obviously, that they can take. But this was the initial, what the hell, Bloodlust is all of a sudden good combo. You went into Rhaegar Bloodlust, Greymane, and Tyrael, and that was a deadly combo that nobody was allowed to get, because whenever you had it, you were pretty much guaranteed to win in the team fight. So they leave that open, and Stalk, we'll see.
Yeah, Hanzo going to be banned away here. Now, Hanzo is an interesting one. He did get a buff in the recent patch, but it was to Dragon Strike. But he does still see gameplay. Every now and again, he slips his way through. This is one of the maps he can actually work well enough on. And of course, more stuns for an ETC comp is deadly. Speaking of deadly, though, Mephisto, another one of those Maka specials.
Yeah, he gets his pick. He plays it on this map. He plays it on Infernal Shrines, Volscar Foundry. There's a couple where he always tries to get it through, sometimes even on Tomb of Spider Queen. A lot of teams just simply ban out Mephisto against Maka. There's a few others that also went into this for now and try to copy that, but let me see what the tank is going to be here. Are we going to see that Tyrael, yes or no?
Let's see. It's going to be Mal'Ganis here, another hero who does actually work quite well with the Bloodlust composition, and Leoric. What's the best way to deal with people trying to disengage from your Bloodlust? You don't let them leave. Dropping in the Entombs, shutting people down for their escapes. It's a good, solid choice up here, but in terms of Mosh interrupts, they're looking a little lacking here.
Yeah, but again, I kind of like the setup in general. There's a lot of good stuff that they have. They have, as you said, to be a bit careful, but Chia going for Kerrigan here. Okay, that's a lot of lockdown. You have ETC, Kerrigan, Rexa with Misha, Malfurion. All right, they're going to try and hit the momentum hard with this one.
That feel when you only have one cleanse and this is what you're up against. Like you said, they're going to run it in hard here with so many stuns and roots, and of course Mephisto to finish the job and just explode everyone. But the question is, who's going to be hard engaging harder, the Bloodlust composition or the Kerrigan composition?
It's honestly a little bit of a tricky question. There's a lot of good stuff to be done. Now, we have to admit that there is Junkrat on the other side.
Yes.
So if you want to lock something in and you depend on synergy and you depend on just like stacked CC, Jungle can ruin this very easily. And Mal'Ganis can also, to an extent, interrupt combos like that. There are options. They got options. They got a couple of things that they can definitely do here. So coordination will, of course, once again be key. But a Kerrigan on the other side is always terrifying, at least on paper. So let's see what GA can do with this.
Very exciting drafts for both these teams. If the carrying combo could snowball, it could be good, but Bloodlust, and especially Bloodlust with a Mal'Ganis, basically means it's incredibly hard to get away from this composition because he's so good at chasing people down. And with that Entomb potential, there's so many options here. But in terms of Shrine Race, of course, we've mentioned it so many times in the past, Kerrigan is able to just race so effectively, and that Mephisto is going to be able to harass on the Shrine so well. It's a good draft. It's a good draft for Swedish House Mafia. The question is, will it be enough to defeat Jävla Spindel?
If they can catch someone, then they will be able to lock in quite a few kills here. I mean, it's not only the Rexa setup. You have Misha just always following it up, can check the bushes to see the position around all of this. But yeah, Bloodlust together with Greymane is always a bit terrifying. So if Croc plays his cards right, they could get that quick kill in, and that would set them up for those fights. Also, if you have Greymane, you can obviously try and go for structures too. If you're not really in a position where you can fight for the shrine, you can try and find some value somewhere else on the map. A little bit similar to Sylvanas. I mean, it's not quite the same thing, but if Greymane has a chance to push in with any kind of like camp, any kind of wave, then of course he's in a great spot. So let's jump in and find out.
We're heading into the game, ladies and gentlemen, and on the right-hand side, we do in fact have Swedish House Mafia. And on the right, it is Jävla Spindel. Solid matchups, solid players for both these teams. A lot of very, very experienced professionals. Which one's going to come out on top? Kerrigan starting off with that Fury of the Swarm. So good in terms of clearing the Shrine on this map. Very solid to see.
I mean, honestly, when the draft comes through and you see that last pick on Kerrigan, I wouldn't be surprised if the first thing that went through Jävla Spindel was like, "What fun!" And they immediately thought like to change the team name from Jävla Spindel to Jävla Stun because those are just a little bit too many over there. So whatever the case, though, we'll find out if that Kerrigan combo can be as deadly as advertised.
You will have to see. Several level 1 talents not being picked up yet, especially on Mal'Ganis, who finally will pick up the Winged Guard. And Leoric, still yet to pick up, still holding his level 1. Wolf Run, by the way, for Yasu, who continues to dance for the moment.
Honestly, the doggy dance is one of the best.
Oh, yes.
I think it's short, like, Falsight is better. Falsight is simply better, but the doggy is a top 3 pick for sure.
That is true. The Deathwing one is pretty good as well. I do like that, as we do see Burger focus down. Stun from Kerrigan. They look for Quacknix. Quacknix unable to finish off Kerrigan, who he was trying to dive onto, and hold up hustle and bustle. No one able to finish off a kill.
Yeah, I still refuse to call him Burger. It's still Backhold. And I can still not believe that he actually committed to a name change just to troll Lauber. That's amazing to me. Market comes in with a kill.
I can't think of a single better reason to really do a name change, to be honest, so I definitely respect it.
Yeah, but the commitment, you know, that you actually give up your name. If he just does it for like a week or a month and then he changes back, yeah, fair enough, but he actually commits to it too, so it's kind of crazy.
So what you're saying is I shouldn't change my name to troll you?
How would you do that? I'm untrollable.
I'm sure chat can come up with something. I'm sure chat will assist with this. We see level 4s
sure
coming in.
There are quite a few people from my chat currently watching. They have more than one opportunity to troll me. That was neither a challenge nor was it meant seriously. So yeah.
Seeing Hunter Gatherer, we have the deep roots coming in for Malfurion actually, so a little bit of extra consistency on the CC. Speaking of consistency, Junkrat is consistently heading back to the Hall of the Storms after Kerrigan engages.
Yep. And 3 kills to 0, so that momentum in the early game that we were talking about a little bit and how dangerous the setup can be is now evident right in front of us because, well, they are picking kill after kill and they're starting to take a 1-level lead after only 2.5 minutes.
It's not bad at all. Galnaguna needed some help with the camp. Finally going to have Maka coming in. Look at that, Galnaguna pulling the mercenaries into the exact point they need to be hit by every single set of Mephisto's Lightning Nova. So able to do some good damage there. They finish off the camp. Not going to time it too late. They just make sure it's going to be under their towers for the defense.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit terrified of how this fight is gonna pan out, because honestly, either the blue team brings the fight back now and takes a kill or two, or they're going to get absolutely wrecked. But Burger's in trouble, still at the slide up though, that's nice, that's a good setup. Max Payne not looking to get additional trade value just yet, so Leo's still alive. Has to get the drain out, but they're heavily ahead on the objective, and that's going pretty well for them.
Outside comes out, they want Stork here, they pull him too far for the Kerrigan stun though as Giris falls into the backline. In comes Quacknix looking for some kind of kill here, but he's being zoned pretty effectively by the bear here. He's going to be forced to back away. Root onto Burger, Freddy can chase again, body block onto Skok from the bear. And Misha going to be getting the honorary kill there, as the Punisher though will still be picked up by Jävla Spindel.
Yeah, 4 kills to 0 though, that's a bit of a problem. You have also a level 7 talent already in the hands of the Swedish House Mafia. But I gotta say, that particular jump on Misha was absolutely perfect, because not only did it stun the target, but at the same time also body blocked it into the corner. So that was just fantastic. Without that body block, I'm pretty sure that Junkrat would have actually survived this. They still pick up the Arcane Punisher, which in and of itself is already nice. And they're now able to make up for that lost hero, but obviously they won't be able to get as much push value out of this because they can't move in with 5 heroes.
Punisher focus down, they're defending it at gate here. Don't let it jump over to damage that fort, as they will be able to snipe that away and finish it off. Punisher taken out. It got a tower, a gate, and the minions should finish off the other tower.
Yeah, also topside now, still Max Payne sitting in the bush. Hiding out here on Leo down to the bottom of the map, our little 3-man setup here. 0 kills still though for the blue team. Honestly, the 0 kill thing is the one thing that worries me a little bit, because I can totally see that the mid game is going to look the exact same. So, depending a bit on the performance here, Gia already taking those minion waves down. But now that we have a 5 vs 5 back up on the map, it's time for Jävla Spindel to try and get the experience back and close that gap.
They come in, they're just going to try and clear out this mercenary camp before it even makes it into the lane here. The joy of GA, just able to clean that up so easily. Stork does run into Burger there, but no one hyper-committing as Max Payne is forced to back away. Just counter mercenaries being taken, continuous pressure from Jävla Spindel. They are a full level behind, but they still have the chance to make themselves back into it, and they continue to grab mercenaries to keep that pressure on.
Yeah, problem is really the level 10, I'd say, because once you're in the setup where level 10 and the objective come in at the same time, then you have more or less no chance to get the Punisher, unless you get a kill before the fight even starts. There's always a chance of that happening, but yeah, they can't even kill Misha at this point. There's level 9. Okay, a little bit of zoning setup with the Malfurion root. Not enough to really lock anybody down, but still. But here's now the heroic abilities, which means that Jävla Spindel has to immediately jump back, take it easy, and wait for their own level 10. So it's time to soak more experience for them right now.
Durance coming out. We have Summon Ultralisk, massive CC combos. We even have the Twilight Dream coming in for the side here. There's so much stun combo from Swedish House Mafia that they have to be careful. Yasu cannot stand there.
Yeah, topside also. Max Payne is in a bit of trouble. He gets already pushed out, and that's a bit problematic. So, actually, I'm a little bit surprised that it didn't even do more damage to this. I mean, obviously, they had to fall back since the rotation came in from the middle, but initially, I thought they might be able to take the wall itself down. So, well done. There's a level 10, so it's time to fight with the next objective coming up. I'm sure we're going to get some solid team fights here. Leo is again in trouble up at the top, but he's not the only one that is under attack. Stock has also to be careful in the middle. We got our Bloodlust in, Tomb, Riptire, Bullet, and still waiting for Morganis to make a commitment here.
Morganis waiting it out, and this should be bats, but I would like to see the Dark Conversion. It's very rare we get to see it at all. But he's being patient. Maybe it's going to be the burst healing that he needs to protect against this massive burst composition. We'll have to find out. Nope, Carrion Swarm. Standard stuff here as they move forward with the Entomb. Going to try and pick off ETC here. Riptide comes out, but it's not enough to finish off Burger.
Yeah, YOLOing the Entomb out was maybe a little bit premature here. I mean, it is not really a big cooldown, so he should have it back for the next fight, but there was just no chance for a proper follow-up to get the kill. Either way, we have now the fight topside, and Leo gets put into a corner, but can still ghost out quite easily. We are ahead, 12 to 5 points, but Kerrigan is obviously just waiting for an opportunity to combo off ETC and get the kills in here.
Stork holding the front line for the moment. Stun onto ETC, trying to get it. Bats will activate, keeping Stork alive here. Cursed bullet onto Burger, but no follow-up here. Here come the balls and the Ultralisk, but Stork still tanking beautifully.
32 against 13 stacks. He has to fight once again. The Entomb coming out as they're trying to go for the kill here, but the mosh pit is already through. And there's the dance party, but they're going for Mal'Ganis first, and he goes down. The follow-up against Leo just a second later. And the in-air kill against Junkrat, as heals also getting dropped. A sweet triple kill for the Swedish house Mafia as they come in and just mow everybody down. 3 stacks before the blue team locks in the Punisher.
Absolutely dominant game right now from Swedish House Mafia. They have full control. Quacknix try to juke, and he will escape from the wrath of Svamgrotta. Yorick might not be so lucky against the Punisher as he gets absolutely punched down. And they will try and move in and take out their first fort of the game here.
And they should actually easily be able to do that.
Yeah.
If not more. I mean, at this point, you're looking at the fort and you just think, okay, that's a bonus at this point. Oh, well, that one's mandatory, but you want to get so much more out of this. You have 8 kills to 0, you have a level lead, a talent lead, objective on the map. They could do so much here.
We have those level 13s, like you say. We have the Chrysalis, Dire Beast coming in for Rexar. A little bit of extra charge damage. Cool to see. See if they can make that work. Adorbed Skull, extra spell power for Mephisto. Really wants that burst here. Right now, Swedish House Mafia, they don't go for the keep, but they do just free gain control over the map, steal enemy mercenaries. They're just good right now.
I feel they could have gotten even... I'm honestly a little bit surprised that they didn't fight hard up at the top. I think they could have tried and do that, but they're playing it safe, they're playing it sound, they go just for the... They hit the normal stop, so they're saying, okay, let's get the objectives on the map. They already stole the opponents away, now they take the neutral one in the middle. Can move to their own, claim that too. Have, of course, still a Shaman camp up towards the top. And, yeah, Jävla Spindel still without a kill. They still have a chance to make it back into the game. But as the gap in experience widens, it's going to become more and more difficult for them to do so.
A little bit of damage onto Quacknix, who once again is able to roll away for freedom, though. Stay safe. He's got on the prowl now at level 13. Gives himself a little bit of extra safety and sustain to get out of those sticky situations. Wave clear continuing to come in for Jävla. But the fact is, level 16 is right around the corner. But there's an Entomb. Can they make something out of this? Carrigan comes from the side and no one focuses Boga. They're not able to get the kill onto him, and Gia able to sneak away as well. And that's going to feel rough for Jävla Spindel.
Yeah, no kill and still no chance to make any... Like, they can't really put a dent into the defense, I want to say. And the problem is that now 16 is ready. And that's a massive power spike. So you have 2 options now. Either you can still take really bad fights, hope to catch a rotation like this one, which you don't quite catch. Or you can just simply say, well, we have to fall back for now. Likely we'll have to give up the next objective too. Maybe we can trade and take some structures at the same time somewhere else on the map and just play around the opponent, play macro style, wait for 16 and then take a battle. But whatever it is, they are in a tough spot. A kill would go a long way, but Burger moves out and now Kerrigan is here.
Burger has survived so many engagements at this point. Bats will be activated here for Stork, who has also been amazing at surviving these dives. And everyone disengages. Riptire pulls. I'm not entirely sure of the worth on that one, but it does add a little bit of extra pressure. Level 16, over half a level away for Jävla Spindel, though.
Okay, so top side again, farming half a level, as he said. It's all that they're missing, which actually surprised me. They did a really good job catching the experience here. I honestly expected them to fall even farther behind with all of this. So, pretty awesome to see that they were able to catch this before the objective comes in a thing. So, they closed that gap quickly.
Mercenary available in the top lane. This is going to be pushed with no counter, as the Fallen Shaman isn't available for Jävla Spindel. It will be timed by Malfurion to push right around the objective time, although Max Payne's coming in. Doesn't make it in time, though. Galnaguna really on point with his map awareness. Just caps it, doesn't take the risk.
This is the one. This is the one for Jävla Spindel. Now they have to make something happen right here, or they're going to be in so much trouble as the game continues. If you start to make a comeback, it has to be at this point. Topside is going to push against you. It's team fight that they need to get. And Stalk just disappears. Gets a wooden... Yeah, gets impaled like by a wooden stick here right away. Bam! Down. Again, is dead. And that's... Yeah, a kill against Zero, 10 kills to 0. Honestly, that's a pretty lights out move. At this point, only if Swedish House Mafia massively throws are they not going to win this game.
Yeah, I think you are right. You're able to pick up that kill, nicely done. They only even burned one heroic for it, only removing the Twilight Dream this time. So they still have everything else available for these fights. And right now, Swedish House Mafia continue to snowball Jävla Spindel. But everyone will be back quite soon. We're still at that early-ish stage of the game where those kills, everyone will be back in time for the defense. But they're falling even further behind here. They're even on talents, but they're still a level and a half behind, meaning when Storm Tier talents hit, that could be an endgame push.
Yeah, this is one of those situations. Again, it's not like they have won the game yet, but in order for them to lose, I think Jävla Spindel does not only have to make a great team fight happen, Swedish House Mafia also has to screw something up. Maybe overextend heavily, and that's definitely a possibility. But if they just play this disciplined, they should be able to walk over the opponent now. With a 2-level lead at level 19, that's definitely the case. But right now, we already have a bit of a poke at the keep wall. Wall at least should fall, and they're trying to make that happen. If they can get even more, maybe a kill if there's an opportunity.
Sleep.
Go for the keep itself.
Oh, Junkrat got stunned by the Punisher out of his Riptide, so it's not available for the fight. Punisher will die to the keep here, but in the meantime, huge damage. Good cleanse on the Quack, but he's being focused down by so many members. He will almost certainly fall here on the prowl, actually, keeping him alive. He escapes, and so far, that was just a fight where no one died at all. Punisher died, Keep survived. That could have gone worse.
Yeah. No, I mean, it could have gone worse, but the thing is, it also didn't go any better. So
that's fair.
This is, you know, this is always the attempt when you're trying to go in, you're trying to go for a setup with Bloodlust, for example, you try to find that kill finally. And then, when they make the engage, we talk about how they didn't lose any heroes. So...
Yeah. It kind of shows the stage in the game we're at. But
exactly.
They are moving forward. They have Leoric nearby. Mafurian's not here yet. If they can get Burger, there's a chance. Cursed Bullet, and they get him. In comes the Endurance, but it only hits Stalk. They get nothing out of that. Storm Tier talents are available, but they got the kill, stole the camp, got XP. Yeah, nicely done, Jävla. That was just a solid move. No complaints.
Alright, there's a level 20. Can they now somehow capitalize on this? I mean, there's not a lot on the map. There's no camps that they can take now where they could farm a bit more experience. But the good news is that through the kill, they got, of course, underdog bonus experience. That's kind of nice. And that could really help them here.
They're going to get a 4.
Like, here's the thing. With 10 kills, what the red team got in experience is 6,000 experience points. With 1 kill, 1,500 ended up in the hands of Jävla Spindel. That's the power of the underdog bonus in XP. So it's pretty nuts, actually. And that closed the gap a bit. And with the next objective not announced yet, there is actually a good chance that they will be able to get their level 20 just in time for the fight.
Problem is, the lanes are very pushed up. Top lane's so pushed up, it's not really viable to push. Mid lane, pushed up to towers, and that's where the enemy team is. Bot lane is the only viable lane to push, and lucky for them, a mercenary camp does spawn in it.
Bottom of the map now. Here comes the camp. 19.5. Yeah, they're gonna get the 20. Alright, 1 kill was all they needed to at least come back into this for now. To find another chance. Ooh. And... yeah, Caster Curse hits immediately.
Yep. That felt familiar. It's almost like that happened exactly the same way a couple minutes ago.
I thought we were stuck. I thought there was a replay. I honestly, I thought we had an Insta replay or something, just a little bit too late. This is the way to say, I've seen this movie.
Well, there's level 20 available with 40 seconds before Mal'Ganis is back. This will be the keep dying. and maybe the core. They are positioning very aggressively here. Morgana's yet to pick. Riptide will buy them some time. Yasuo dodges the bear. Keep will fall here, but they've managed to dissuade a maybe core attempt, unless Max Payne perishes here, buried alive. They're really putting the pressure on here, but where's the follow-up here? With a multi-man route from the boars, they just force the disengage and prevent the core going down.
Yeah, it's all about buying time, if anything. Kerrigan, someone might have... they're going down to the bottom to trade for a keep. So what they're actually trying to do is they're trying to force keep at the bottom of the map, maybe buy a little bit of time and a rotation from the top so that they can go top side and still force the battle. If they get the keep, they still have to fall back and defend against the objective. So the question is more so, how does the House Mafia react now? And they are trying to hearth back. They're hearthing back with 4, and keep is going to get attacked in just a second. But Kerrigan will stay topside, very likely to lock in the objective.
How much can they get from this? The Auric has respawned, available for this. Disengage coming out, but the bear is very fast. They're going to turn it. Bloodlust, they're looking for the fight counter. They go for Svamgrotta. And a nice route from Galdaguda has maybe shut this down. Riptide is good. Bats onto Burger. But where's the follow-up here? All they've got here is Stalk very deep, looking for someone to fight. And it's Svamgrotta who is the target, but Fade Death shuts it down.
Yeah, they get the keep. That's big. That's huge. But the objective is topside going to be taken by Kerrigan. There's no question about that. Leo still in the middle. Stalk moves out. Riptide to zone them a little bit more. And now they have to fall back and defend against the Punisher. And that's what's going to be tricky.
Yeah, there's no one pushing with it except for Kerrigan. Leoric's grabbing XP in the mid lane. They could have maybe took the 5v4 down in bot lane and looked to try and end the game there, but I didn't want to take the risk after using Bloodlust already. So they're just moving back, running all the way to base here, and they're going to commit to this. The keep will almost certainly fall, but they're going to be able to save the game and keep themselves in it. They're actually going to look for Kerrigan here. There's Buried Alive, and they're going to get her. Kerrigan will just die here.
And that's, if she dies, and she does, that's what might just have saved them the game. So, because the 5 versus 5 with Punisher, that's a problem. That Punisher, by the way, doesn't really care that he came from the top lane, got baited in the middle, and said like, well, there's no keep here, I'm not gonna go for the top thing. So he moves straight for the core. But they can very likely defend this, unless someone ins now, they are looking at a successful defense, and could maybe even Bloodlust and try and go for a kill. There's a chance that they build up some momentum here.
The shutdown with the rooting boars. Nicely done. Max Payne, though, he's Wraith walking forward 7 seconds until Entomb is available. This could be their chance. 3, 2, 1. Maka not in the Entomb. He just phases through the wall. So unlucky there from Max Payne.
That feels so bad. Poor Max Payne, he sits there and it's just like, dude, you had one job. One job. Like, if he didn't get shit for that invoice, then I don't. Like, again, I know these guys quite well. If Quacknix hasn't just dropped at least one line on him, then I don't know Quacknix anymore. Like, oh, this is absolutely fantastic. It's so heartbreaking, honestly. You see that move coming out, and then it's like you count it down to 3, 2, 1, miss.
Nope. Oh dear, Leo's clearing out top lane. They're just trying to stay in it. They have Entomb back, so that's good. Bloodlust in 15 seconds. And the fact is, something that we missed during all of that, the keep lived.
Yeah.
So the core took no damage.
You know
they
what I
survived.
actually miss a little bit in a situation like this? I mean, Quacknix definitely has said something, but washed up, you know, would have mass ping spammed him. Like, every single time a play like this is being made, or someone screws something up a little bit, it was obvious, washed up, and a few other teams who just heavily ping spam the player, which is kind of fun too.
Stalk sleeps Kerrigan. That's a really big deal, meaning she's out the fight for quite a bit here. Camp will be taken, but what can they make out of this? Entomb comes out, but G is able to get out of it and teleport away. The Yorick will fall here, but here comes Mal'Ganis diving forward, looking for the hard engage, but that's Quacknix in the mosh pit. That's the 2 for 0. Full retreat coming out, but the core is now in danger.
Yeah, that is gonna be very, very likely game. Core in danger is one way to put it. I mean, initially, Leoric activates his trade value, that's one thing, but if you then lose Greymane, that's a bit of a different story here. So all of a sudden, the core under pressure, only 3 to defend, and if they don't get a kill somehow here, then that's just not gonna happen. Stork is trying his best right now. They're trying to make the play for Carrigan. Shields are still there a little bit. They might actually hold this. Carrigan is about to go down. They might get the kill, and they do.
No way!
What the hell?
I can't talk, please. Rexar's been chasing Junkrat this entire time. Rexar's been chasing Junkrat this entire time to shut him down. Durance comes out, doesn't hit Yasu, who's been able to survive another chase. The core is about to be taking damage. Caldor, what's happening?
Yeah, top gets pushed now too. The wall has fallen. And down at the bottom, the catapults are soon going to move in for this. I don't really think that they can break through the shield, but yeah. The best thing was that actually he missed an entomb again.
I know.
Just to immediately afterwards miss the drain. I think after this, Max Payne is just done. It's just like, boys, this is over. Leave me alone.
Mid push coming in. They're going to try and force the return off the point. Are they going to try and base race this? We got to see ports. Punisher is coming out. A base race could come in. There is Greymane and Bloodlust, but it looks like they're choosing to defend. They're forcing the ports out. No, Greymane and Rhaegar are heading for core. Everyone else is coming for the defense and trying to stop the ports from going back to base, and they successfully stop Rexar, but it means they're not here for this push.
Top lane. Top lane keep is going to be lost. That's a double catapult, and that keep is down. And there's one catapult in the middle, but that gets attacked too. So now down to the bottom of the map, we have the Punisher. Imagine dominating the entire game, and then you lose the last objective, and all of a sudden you have to defend your core. Definitely not a situation that they saw coming. But there we go.
Comes out. Twilight Dream. He stays alive. They heal him. The cleanse was clutch here. Here they come. Riptire's going all the way in. They got it. Oh, they knocked him out the entomb.
The catapult in the top lane, one is getting taken down by the keep in the middle, the other one is still shelling away. Malfurion is down, the core is falling. The quad call has been made, but Greymane is dead. 65%. The Punisher, they win it, Tesha.
They got it! Leoric and Rhaegar survive! They make it through, the Punisher takes it, and Jävla Spindel take the 2-0! Well then!
Yeah. And Max Passion is just now sitting in voice. I don't know what you guys want from me. I'm just trying to make it exciting.
Max Passion is there, drenched in sweat, just like not even worried. Zoning in tombs.
Oh, beautiful. That game was absolutely beautiful.
Oh, wow.
They should have never been able to win this.
No!
I mean, not even close.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, for Spindel, they move on to the semi-finals where they will face Washed Up, who were able to take out Feel the Heat. And on the other side of the bracket, Loba's fan club were able to take out Pepe Milady, which means they will face The Last Dance in the other semi-finals. So we're still potentially on track for our rematch. But yeah, for Spindel, if they can win that game, it's honestly not out of the range of imagination for them to beat Washed Up.